today. From State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona, it's Week 16 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Arizona Cardinals taking on the Miami Dolphins.
We find ourselves at the home of the world's first retractable natural grass field as you get a look inside State Farm Stadium in Glendale. Today, it's the penultimate week of the regular season, Week 16, and we've got a good one in store between the Miami Dolphins and the Arizona Cardinals. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Cardinal team as they get ready here. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Fields it right around the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. Before a touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week. On first down, Carmichael. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
They get 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and 4. And he has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch.
Definitely worthy of applause, but I remember when 500 meant you were going to the Hall of Fame. Nowadays, in today's football, 500 puts you on the path, a significant number.
And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. This defense for the Dolphins, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield, and all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come. At you.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 45-yard line. Here's a handoff out of the gun. The numbers for him from a week ago: 19 carries, 85 yards.
And he's hoping to have the same type of game, but he's going up against the #1 defense in the league, and they're very good at fitting the run. So now you've got to think offensive strategy, maybe a little more play action, and try and find some people open downfield.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Carmichael. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
First drive of the game. We did see this in practice, didn't we? Because they allowed us to stay and watch and see what their opening script would be, even though we don't know the exact play calls. That looks a lot like what we saw them execute, doesn't it?
It really does, and in practice it wasn't about that. He will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up second. Back to throw. Carmichael, and his throw here's incomplete.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Looking to throw. Carmichael. And that is incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one. And it's good from 56 yards out. And the Cardinals have the first points. It's 3-0. No touchdown there, but if that first drive is any indication, looks like they're going to have a pretty good day passing the football.
I would say confidence would have to be pretty high after that first drive, able to throw it almost at will. You're exactly right. They didn't get the touchdown, but 3 points serves as a nice notice about how this offense is going to move.
So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. And leading him out, their veteran quarterback.
And he just continues to throw touchdown pass after touchdown pass, leading the league here down the final stretch of the year. Guys will say that the numbers and rankings, they don't matter to him very much, but I don't know how much I actually believe that. Sure, he's team first, but I think everyone would like to see him finish #1, including himself.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. It's a big play there for Miami. 52 yards. He's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. Second and goal from the 1. And they'll run again. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. A great effort there. That's his 19th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins have answered that early field goal to take a first quarter lead. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. taken at about the 1. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Eluding the pressure right. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
Flushed out right, and he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Fielded just inside the 30. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. As we count down through the final few weeks of the season, these guys have nothing to sweat about. They've clinched the top spot, so the road to the Super Bowl, it runs through them.
And there's a natural inclination here, Bart.
And this is caught inside the 5. It's a big play there for Miami. 52 yards. And worth pointing out, after that last completion, that puts this young quarterback over 10,000 yards passing for his career. And fair to say, he's not done yet.
No doubt about it. He's really just getting started because he's not quite into the prime of his career. So it's likely he's going to hit a few more of these milestones as this career progresses. So let's face it.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A great play there with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to 11. 1 play, 2 plays, touchdown. That's all it took there. A very short and sweet drive that got him in the end zone. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
And I think that's going to go down as no gain, but that doesn't seem fair for the effort that was presented on that play. That should go down as a loss. I know, I'm a defensive guy, but you got to like the play that was made.
He made a lot of those plays last week. He was AFC Defensive Player of the Week, picking up where he left off. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. And, Charles, you think about this offense, and it's kind of a tricky time of the season because you're 14-0. Looking to see this one out to the end, but you start to run into situations where guys are getting a little banged up. Maybe could use some time sharing, some time on the bench just to rest. How do you approach the rest of this regular season?
I'm telling you, you don't ask the easy stuff, do you? I mean, you created a heck of a situation there, and actually you didn't create it. You presented it, and you're exactly...
He's got a man complete, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. 67 yards as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Now this first quarter, let's just be frank, it's been a disaster so far offensively.
Yeah, already down multiple scores, and it doesn't appear they can get out of their own way right now.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Carmichael. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. Here comes the Cardinals punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And we'll see what he can do on the return. A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Now a pivot and a give to Miller. A little juke, and he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 21-3 is your score after 1. Last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. A solid stiff arm. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup. There was a little space there, yes, but that was a well-executed run by the rookie.
It was, and he wasn't one of the higher-rated rookie running backs coming out. He was probably on the next tier. But let me tell you something. If he becomes more consistent and continues to have that drive to be one of the best, we'll see more of that in the future.
On first down, Watkins. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's second down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
2nd and 7 from the 20. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Watkins, and able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Watkins, and he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 20 on the year, and the Dolphins continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point right down the middle, and the route is on here in this first half. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Cardinal offense coming back out. Let's give you a look at the playoff race now. This is end of the weekend in the NFC. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Operating from the gun, Carmichael. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down. Back to throw. Carmichael. And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 7 yards there and a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Up the middle they go. Gaffney. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
To throw on 3rd down. Carmichael. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. And pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. And now out is the Cardinal field goal team here. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. And his kick is good. And they're back within 3 scores as it's now a 22-point game. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Oh, good return up past the 30. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Miami set to take over. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
In motion left here, one of their tight ends. Here's Brooks. On 1st and 10, letting one go deep for Roberts. It's caught at the 10. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Watkins, and he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A great play there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And the capper that put it in the end zone, a run of 8 yards. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Carmichael. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. Here comes the Cardinals punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it'll be Dolphin football. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. On his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Dolphins have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Now, you talk about the dominating rushing performances that you and I have seen together. This has got to be right up there. His 4th touchdown run of the game and another long one to boot.
And I don't need to ask for a witness because you're right here with me. We are watching this, and we're watching such a performance that it's demoralizing for anyone on defense. You know, it starts out coaches screaming, tackle him, get him. And after that last touchdown, I'll bet it's pure silence on that side of the ball.
The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Arizona's offense back out and ready to go. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
To throw on 2nd down, Carmichael. Under pressure, and down he goes. It's a loss of a yard, so they'll wind up crediting him with a sack, and it brings up 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, Carmichael into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting. Nick,
touchdown, Dolphins! A great effort there. 53 yards. And the Dolphins have taken a 6-touchdown lead.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. Extra point splits the uprights, and the route is on here in this 1st half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Sacks, a growing theme in this 1st half. This is 2nd and long. Now a dump, and he lost the football. And the Dolphins have got it. But he has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
Throwing left side, it's complete. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down.
Let's go now. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Cougar 19.
Up the middle they go. It's Watkins, and he is in. Touchdown, Miami. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins have now opened up a 7-touchdown lead. Unbelievable. Boy, I mean, at this point, what more do we say here? I got nothing.
And you know, so many people talk all the time about having announcer-less games, and they want that. This could be a candidate for it, because if we stay here and do this, we're going to have a lot to fill in the 2nd half.
There's still another half. Now for the point after. And the route is on here in this first half. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinals offense ready to set up shop. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. To throw on third down. Carmichael flush to his right. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room. He's going to wind up and air it out. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Back to throw. Brooks. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a... well-timed collision to jar that one free.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This just 32 yards officially from the right hash. And this one is right through, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Dolphins taking a lead to the locker room. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. The weather might be cold, but the playoff races are heating up here on this final Sunday before Christmas. So let's get to it. We'll begin our trip around the NFL with an interesting one right off the bat. And it's the Seahawks who have the lead in that one. The Seahawks trying to gut this one out as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. Next, we head off to check out another game. And for the moment, they find themselves trailing the visiting Carolina Panthers. The Panthers looking to sew that one up, and they look to be in pretty good shape. Lastly, let's get up to Buffalo to check on the Bills. And things didn't work out so well as they fall to the visiting New England Patriots. The Pats get a vital win there as they move to 8-7 with 2 games left to go. Meanwhile, our game has been a boat race, very one-sided to this point. And for the call of the second half, let's get it back to our commentating team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. As we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. This will be fielded inside the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. In motion left goes a tight end. Brooks now throwing on first down. Looking middle, and that's complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
Well, up big, but still not hesitating to take some shots downfield, CD. I guess they really want to hammer home their dominance in this one.
Yeah, that much is apparent, partner. If they keep completing throws like that, they'll keep that gap awfully wide as they've established already.
65, Jack. Hey, check that. Street. Ready.
Now Brooks to throw on first down. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The two big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Brooks on first and 10. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
So 3 plays, already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll try and run for it with Miller. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Dolphins take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, kind of just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 10, first down, Arizona. Looking to throw. Carmichael. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Smith. So the completion good for 7 there. And that will bring up second down. Back to throw. Carmichael. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Now, this looks like a roughing call. Well, that frustration, Charles, it's been building on the defensive side of the ball, and unfortunately there, it turns into a roughing the passer penalty.
Yeah, and they should be frustrated because he's picked them apart the entire game, but it's got to come out in a different way. He can't hit him illegal.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. And the Dolphins are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
42 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times.
I love football lingo and the evolution of it all. Nickel defense makes sense, right? Five defensive
DBs.
backs. But then you go to 6. What are you going to call that? And they call it a
Double
dime.
it.
A dime, which is just very simple for them. The math doesn't add up. But I know one thing. Offenses love to run against dime defenses. Typically, the bigger guys have an advantage against the smaller defensive backs when they're blocking downfield.
Yeah, we saw that advantage right there.
Make that now 2 runs in a row that have netted them great results.
And it doesn't matter what kind of blocking scheme they're using, gap scheme, power scheme, zone running. They are finding people in those gaps and moving them and creating nice space for their runners.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Now a first carry for their fullback. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, after that pickup of a first down, I think some of the defensive guys are going to be looking over their coordinator and saying that was not in the scouting report. That went against every tendency most teams have. You don't usually hand the ball to your big guy in that situation. Sometimes you catch them by surprise.
They'll run on first down. Franklin, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line. Line of scrimmage. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They run the counter. Weaver. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
Alert! Alert!
Inside handoff now, Miller. And he'll be brought down well short of the first at about the 9-yard line. Call it a gain of 5, 4th down now.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Now Brooks throwing on 4th down. Touchdown! A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. A familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this 3rd quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Carmichael looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
From the gun on 3rd down. Carmichael, and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown in the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field, going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
110 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll give it up the middle to Miller. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Keep in mind they can still get a 1st down here as they come up on 2nd and inches. They'll run it again with Miller. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
To throw on 2nd down, Carmichael. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. Looking to throw. Carmichael escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They begin with a run by Miller. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on 2nd down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
On 2nd down now, it's Weaver. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender, and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, it's sometimes a thing of beauty.
They're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. On 2nd down, it's Franklin, and they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
Well, you know me, partner. I never tell them to back off of being aggressive, but sometimes you see the consequences when you're overly aggressive and you don't secure tackles. Guys break through.
Trying to sell out to pry that football loose, and just as you said, cost some yardage.
Yeah, you got to go get him. Stand him up first before you go for the ball. Don't just go for it initially.
58 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign.
I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now a handoff up the middle. Watkins, and he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown run.
And the Dolphins add 6 more to their point total, and they're on cruise control right now here in the 4th. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Back to throw. Carmichael eluding the pressure. And the pressure gets to him again. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Partner, my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front 7 today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting to more than 6 in one contest while winning by this many points, an absolutely astounding effort by every player involved.
And they're going to sack him yet again. The pass rush has been relentless. This time, it yields a safety.
Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I both enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we can probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
4 yards the pickup, first down. They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Okay, break. Track all 80. Go. Ready.
Here's a give to Miller. And he's going to be stopped up just short of the first down at the Cardinals' 44.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
On third down, it's Franklin. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Cougar 19. Cougar 19.
They'll keep it on the ground. Franklin.
And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 82 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. It's Watkins. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Come on. Hey,
Now a give, right side. Weaver. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. On third down, it's Weaver. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback.
And he will have a Dolphins first down by a good couple of yards as they get 3 there on 4th and inches.
Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. On first down, it's Franklin. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And now a carry here for their fullback. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. 15 yards. And the Dolphins are pouring it on. A try here for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it was finished by the touchdown run from the 15. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So out now come the Cardinals. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
The defense rising to the challenge and setting them back on the sack.
Well, we all know this quarterback had to spend plenty of time studying prior to the game, but he has to be tired of seeing these guys, especially him. 3rd time now he's brought this quarterback down. Whole defense has had a great game, but 3 sacks, not hard to find who one of the leaders of that effort was. They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
Talk about 2 sides of the ball and cross purposes, because mercifully this game's almost over for the offense, but the defense, they still want to get a few shots in. That front 7, they've loved this ball game. They've been able to pad their stats, and maybe some backups can get in and get a sack as well.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And he's able to get it out of there. He'll take it at the 42. It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down as he goes 32 yards on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Dolphins offense returning to the field, and they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. They'll run on 1st down. It's Miller. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable 2nd down.
On 2nd down now, it's Franklin, and he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Another 6-yard carry, same as last play. 1st down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Watkins, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Up the middle they go. Weaver. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. They'll try to run for it with Miller. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the 1st down as he's tackled at the 1. They'll try to punch it in with Miller, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team Their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The football back in the hands of the Arizona Cardinals. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. On first down, they'll run it on the draw play. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Looking to throw. Carmichael. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 37. Well, this game, it was well in hand early, never really in doubt. Charles, you and I do so many games together. There's so much parity in the NFL, a lot of close battles. This was not one. Tip your cap to them for a really impressive effort.
Yeah, and you know, as the game went on, I think the defense kind of got together and said, you see our guys on offense, they're just putting up point after point. We need to leave our mark somehow, too, and they did it, pitching a second-half shutout.
So for Miami,
they are now 2 wins away from a perfect regular season as they move to 15-0.
And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. Meanwhile, for Arizona, they're guaranteed now a sub-500 season as they fall to 6-9. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.